When discussing iconic superhero showdowns, the battle between Venom and Spider-Man stands as one of the most thrilling and complex. Both Venom, portrayed by Tom Hardy, and Spider-Man, portrayed by Andrew Garfield, bring unique strengths and weaknesses to the table. While these two characters have faced off many times in various comics, movies, and animated series, their cinematic depictions raise new questions about who would ultimately emerge victorious. In this narrative, we will explore their abilities, their personalities, and the factors that could tilt the battle one way or another. While both have a strong following of fans, let's dive deep into their strengths and weaknesses to determine who might actually win if these two titans were to face off. Spider-Man's strengths and weaknesses. Andrew Garfield's portrayal of Spider-Man gave fans a dynamic and emotionally charged version of the character. His Spider-Man is quick-witted, agile, and highly intelligent. While he's younger than his predecessors, this Spider-Man is still driven by the sense of responsibility that comes from the death of his beloved Uncle Ben. His experiences have made him resourceful and fearless, even when facing overwhelmingly powerful opponents. One of Spider-Man's most significant assets is his speed and agility. Spider-Man is often shown using his web slinging to move rapidly through cities, dodging attacks and striking from unexpected angles. His reflexes, heightened by his spider sense, give him a significant edge in battle, as he can anticipate Venom's attacks and counter them effectively. His webbing can also be a powerful tool in immobilizing or restraining his opponents, providing a tactical advantage when dealing with larger, more powerful foes like Venom. Additionally, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is intelligent. In the comics and movies, Peter Parker is often portrayed as a genius who excels in chemistry, engineering, and physics. This intellectual edge allows Spider-Man to outthink his enemies, even if he cannot overpower them physically. With enough time, Garfield's Spider-Man could devise strategies or create gadgets to exploit Venom's weaknesses. His scientific mind would definitely be a key asset in this battle. However, Spider-Man does have his weaknesses. Unlike some other superheroes, Spider-Man is not invulnerable. He can be injured by physical attacks, and while his agility allows him to dodge many hits, Venom's sheer strength and speed could catch him off guard. In terms of raw power, Venom outclasses Spider-Man. Venom's brutal fighting style and the symbiote's ability to enhance Eddie Brock's strength far beyond human limits make Venom a formidable opponent. Spider-Man would have to rely on his quick reflexes and ability to think on his feet to stand a chance. Emotionally, Garfield's Spider-Man is also more vulnerable. He is driven by guilt and responsibility, which could cloud his judgment. If Venom were to taunt or exploit these vulnerabilities, it could give him an advantage. Venom, known for his sadistic nature, might use psychological warfare to wear down Spider-Man's resolve. This emotional fragility, combined with Venom's physical superiority, makes this battle far from easy for the wall crawler. Venom's strengths and weaknesses. Tom Hardy's portrayal of Venom brought the character's brutal and chaotic nature to the forefront. The bond between Eddie Brock and the alien symbiote gives rise to Venom, a powerful anti-hero with an insatiable hunger for destruction. Unlike Spider-Man, who tries to protect the innocent, Venom operates with a darker, more primal agenda. This lack of moral constraint makes Venom more unpredictable and dangerous in a fight. Venom's greatest strength lies in the symbiote itself. This alien organism enhances Eddie Brock's physical abilities, granting him superhuman strength, agility, and resilience. Venom can overpower most opponents in direct combat due to this immense physical prowess. The symbiote also gives Venom the ability to shapeshift, create weapons, and form tendrils from its body, making him versatile in close-range combat. Another key advantage Venom has over Spider-Man is his immunity to the web-slinger's spider sense. The symbiote, which was originally attached to Peter Parker, is able to bypass this ability, meaning Spider-Man cannot rely on his precognitive abilities to sense Venom's attacks. This makes Venom one of the few enemies capable of surprising Spider-Man in battle. Venom is also highly regenerative. The symbiote can heal Eddie from almost any injury, allowing him to continue fighting even after sustaining heavy damage. This healing factor gives Venom a tremendous edge in prolonged battles, as Spider-Man's attacks might not be enough to put him down for good. However, Venom has his own set of weaknesses. The symbiote is vulnerable to extreme heat and sound, which Spider-Man could exploit if he knows the environment well enough. While Venom's strength and speed are remarkable, he can sometimes be reckless in his fighting style, allowing a more strategic opponent like Spider-Man to gain the upper hand. Furthermore, Eddie Brock's relationship with the symbiote is not always stable. While they work together to form Venom, their connection can be strained, especially when their goals diverge. This internal conflict could be a potential weakness in a prolonged fight, as Spider-Man might find a way to exploit the discord between Eddie and the symbiote. Who would win in a battle? Now that we've laid out the strengths and weaknesses of both Spider-Man and Venom, the question remains, who would win? The answer is not straightforward, as both characters have clear advantages in different areas. However, if we consider both their strengths and weaknesses, the battle could swing in favor of either side depending on the circumstances. Spider-Man, with his agility, intelligence, and spider sense, would likely approach the battle strategically. He could rely on his quick reflexes to avoid Venom's brutal attacks and use his webbing to keep his distance. If Spider-Man could create a situation where he could exploit Venom's weaknesses, perhaps by using sound or heat, he might be able to gain the upper hand. Additionally, his scientific mind could come up with a strategy to neutralize Venom's advantages over time. However, this would require him to stay one step ahead throughout the fight, a task that is easier said than done. Venom, on the other hand, would rely on his sheer power and unpredictability. His ability to bypass Spider-Man's spider sense gives him a unique edge in this fight. If he can close the distance, Venom's superior strength could overwhelm Spider-Man. Venom's regenerative abilities also make him incredibly difficult to put down for good, meaning that Spider-Man would have to hit him hard and fast to even have a chance. If Venom can keep Spider-Man from exploiting his weaknesses, he might be able to win through sheer force and endurance. Conclusion: the outcome. In conclusion, while Spider-Man has the intellect and agility to put up a strong fight, Venom's raw power and unpredictability make him a highly dangerous opponent. If Spider-Man can maintain his distance and exploit Venom's weaknesses, he might be able to emerge victorious. However, if Venom can close the gap and force Spider-Man into a prolonged brawl, the battle would likely go in his favor. Ultimately, the winner would depend on the setting and strategy. In a battle of wits and agility, Spider-Man could have the edge. But in a brute force, knockdown, drag-out fight, Venom's overwhelming strength and regenerative abilities would likely give him the upper hand. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.